Hello there, and welcome to Extreme World. Cyclone Yaku, an unusual and disorganized tropical cyclone, formed in the Peruvian seas and had a significant impact on the region. The roofs of several houses collapsed, and the concrete houses collapsed. A natural disaster swept across Peru in 2023, causing flash floods, landslides, and widespread devastation. Hundreds of cars are also floating in the current. The cyclone has already caused severe flooding and significant damage in northern Peru. The cyclone killed several people and declared a state of emergency in areas from Tumbes to Lima too. Many houses were damaged in the cyclone. Some even lost their roofs. At least 60 people have been killed and more than 57,000 affected in just a few months since the storm and its aftermath, Peruvian President Dina Boluarte said. The storm's impact was not limited to Peru. It has wreaked havoc across South America, killing at least 60 people and injuring 45 since March 14th. 31,000 houses were destroyed or rendered uninhabitable by the floods. According to National Humanitarian Network, RHN Partners, at least 2,600 people are taking shelter in 51 centers across the country. Accounting for 72% of the record losses, the government said 765,781 people were in need. 655 kilometers of roads and 115 bridges were damaged in the storm.
Qué increíble. Miren, esta es la...
Apart from the loss of life, it is a difficult time for the affected people, and they need support and help. Authorities are doing their best to provide relief and are closely monitoring the situation for any changes. Homes were washed off their foundations after heavy rains from Storm Yaku in northern Peru, according to government figures. The roof of the house floats in the air like thin paper. People rescued a pig and a cow from the damaged house. Peru's Ministry of Defense, Jorge Chavez, has announced that a state of emergency has been declared in several regions of the country. The storm began on March 11th, prompting Peru's Ministry of Defense under Jorge Chavez to declare a state of emergency from Tumbes to Lima. As the storm moved south through the country, the Yakuza threatened destruction. In the Indonesian capital of Taito, a deadly flood has killed at least 28 people, displaced thousands, and forced the closure of an airport. The floodwaters covered the entire village, washing away everything in its path. The foundation of the house was completely damaged due to erosion. The city is completely submerged with debris floating around many houses and buildings. Agricultural land was not spared, with over 13,000 hectares of crops damaged and an estimated 29,000 animals lost. The aftermath of the storm was equally devastating. After a record drought, Peru is now struggling with persistent heavy rains believed to be the result of the El Niño phenomenon. It caused significant flood damage in many areas and forced numerous residents to leave their homes. Meanwhile, these cataclysmic events serve as stark reminders of the ferocious forces of nature. They underscore our vulnerability to such natural disasters and emphasize the importance of preparedness and respect for nature's forces. Watch heartbreaking footage of helpless victims being swept away as cars turn into makeshift rivers. Footage shows water rushing down Route 238 and quickly flooding the parking lot of the Ugatsu branch office, submerging everything.